Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. Well, I'm Peter Drury and I'm joined in the commentary box by the familiar figure of Jim Beglin.
Thanks, Peter. Hello, everybody. Ready to see what unfolds in this one now.
Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. The action has already started. And that's been won straight back. Now it's Kvaratskhelia. Knocks it into space. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Now it's Isak. Pinches it off him. João Neves. Lovely pass, but can he get there? He's on it, can he get away? And the finish! And it's a goal!
Well, once more, it's him. And we can't be surprised because his instinct for doing this is incredible.
That was easy, almost too easy.
Well, that's really well played, Peter. You have to appreciate the simplicity of it all. Killer pass, perfectly delivered.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. And the pass is intercepted. That's clear cut, it's a free kick.
Attenzione, un cambio.
So changes already, that is a bit of a surprise. A swift reaction then, and the boss opting to reshuffle his defence.
Yeah, and that's not totally surprising. The manager obviously felt his defence needed reinforcement. He can't afford a repeat.
And here's Kvaratskhelia. And he's forced to go back. Paris Saint-Germain are enjoying a good spell right now and leading. Marquinhos cuts out the pass. Nuno Mendes. has not gone well. Now it's Chiesa. Aims beyond the defence. Isak. Now it's Gakpo. Oh, can he finish? Now that is commitment to the cause.
They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
They've played it short. And now they can spring out of defence. Oh, nicely intercepted. And it's Szoboszlai. McAllister. And here's Isak. So just the one early goal to report so far. And the score is 1-0. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Looking for a run-up. Nuno Mendes.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
Fabian Ruiz. Pacho. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
He's in a great position here, and he's surging through.
Well, he was given the time and room initially to hold on to the ball, but eventually he was squeezed that bit harder and the task became too much. I think he's got to be a little quicker in his distribution then and get others into the match.
He's shifting through the gears here. Caught offside that time. Now it's Chiesa. João Neves. Vitinha. Vitinha takes control of it and he's on the move. Kvaratskhelia. Szoboszlai. 1-0 here just before the break, and it looks as though it's going to stay that way for now. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. Doué is herring after that one. Oh, that's well spotted. And here's Chiesa. Oh, it's and a chance! And yes, it's there! They have grabbed themselves an equaliser.
Well, they were starting to look more and more threatening, Peter, so this comes as no surprise. The fans here are pretty fired up now. Oh, he did so well to hold his run and stay on side, Peter. That was really clever.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
Now it's Kvaratskhelia.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
And that is expertly dealt with. Szoboszlai tries to play it through. Now it's Chiesa. Nicely weighted ball. Looking for options for movement. Gakpo looks to get on the end of it. And the first 45 minutes are up. So it's all squared. Neither side has been able to make a telling difference, but it hasn't been for the lack of trying. That's been a decent 45 minutes. Competitive, certainly, and a goal each. Liverpool get the second half going. Vitinha. Marquinhos spots it and intercepts. Hakimi goes for a shot! And that is certainly not what he had in mind.
Well, it didn't quite come off this time, Peter, but that's a warning to the opposition. This team know how to counter and they'll be looking to do it every chance they get.
And it's Vitinha. He's picked his way through. Szoboszlai did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Paris Saint-Germain ran themselves into the proverbial cul-de-sac there. Or played right into his path. A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. Great vision. Hakimi. Oh, that's fabulous. That's tidy. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. He won't be happy with that one. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
It's all a little bit desperate, and it's been given away.
L'affluenza di quest'oggi è di 17.000
Can he get on the end of this?
spettatori.
Oh, Red, nice interception. It's a searching pass. Now this could be a chance. Fabian Ruiz.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Dembele is being harried and hassled.
Yeah, and what they've got to realise, Peter, is that they won't get away with excessive force for long, so they're running a fine line now.
No way through.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
And he's managed to get free. Now it's Chiesa. Now try to spin that positively. I certainly can't. Brilliantly cut out. Chiesa. Szoboszlai. He's a sharp little ball here. Doué looking to get on the end of this. João Neves. He's in a good position here. That's very neat. Oh, that was vital. Robertson. They're back in possession and ready to go again. And here's Dembele. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Closing in on the last quarter of an hour. Muscular approach does pay off here. And it's Szoboszlai.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
Good ball, good take. Doué. Now it's Doué. And that's played in low. Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Cleared without complication.
Sostituzione per il Paris Saint-Germain. Numero 14, numero 7,
Nuno Mendes.
numero 17, numero 51.
It's a good run down the left-hand side. Gonzalo Ramos receives it in a good position here. That is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Now it's Barcola. Now it's Ramos. And he's lost his man here. And he's in on goal. Oh, he's played it in low. Now it's Can he finish? it's fallen loose again! Oh no, that could be a costly miss.
Dembele has delivered a really costly miss. It could have been their last chance to win it.
Attenzione, una sostituzione.
Liverpool making consecutive changes here.
I think you have to admire his willingness to keep plugging away, but the manager has done him a big favour, I think, by taking him off. You know, he was looking very, very leggy. I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Mohamed Salah might just make this. Now it's Barcola. Zaire Emery. Gonzalo Ramos. Jones. And here's the chance to counter. That pass has been well intercepted. Steered out wide, but he won't reach that one. Dembele. Marquinhos. Gakpo. And this is Mohamed Salah. And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside. Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. So it's ended all square, both sides showing battling qualities, and neither willing to give in. So, Jim, how do you reflect on what we've seen?
Paris Saint-Germain certainly had some good moments, Peter. There were plenty of encouraging spells that...
Hello and welcome one and all, the atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening, the skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm Peter Drury, and joining me here, our expert Jim Beglin.
Thanks for that, Peter. Hi everyone, the excitement has really picked up now and I'm eager for the action to start.
There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. As you can see, we've already started here. And he's being shifted off it. Who do you, Jim, see making the difference here?
Yeah, Virgil van Dijk. He's just about unbeatable in every department.
He's had a shot! They've scored!
Listen, the big names earn their reputations for precisely the reason we've just seen. They have a habit of making their presence felt, and here we are, early stages. He struck one, and he looks hungry for more.
Oh, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
Well, a little more decisiveness on the ball, and that probably wouldn't have happened, but still, it was very well played. Great pressure to force the error.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. Now there's a fine ball. Nuno Mendes. Oh, we expected better, and so did he. João Neves. Could move up a gear here. Well, that's surely a foul. Free kick. Well, it's not taken him long, and that's going to be a booking. Vitinha. João Neves. Fabian Ruiz. Doué.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
Well, they've got it back in a hurry. Gakpo. Now it's Gakpo. Now it's Chiesa. That's a good block, but at the expense of a corner.
They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper. Paris Saint-Germain are looking to go forward now. Oh, that's a key interception.
Dembele really has the confidence and skill to be able to hold the ball up like that until support arrives a little sooner, and just maybe there he overdid it slightly and should have released it because the support was arriving quickly.
And claimed it back swiftly. Really fierce, close defending. Good running, strong and purposeful. Threads one in. This looks promising. Szoboszlai! Oh no, this does not look good. Yeah, that does look a foul. Referee's given a free kick.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
João Neves. Oh, it's Dembele. Paris Saint-Germain looking to pass their way through. That's gone all the way through to the keeper. And they win it back again. That is a great pick out. Gakpo could try cutting inside here.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
And it's Gravenberch. Now it's Chiesa. Gakpo receives it in a good position here. Chiesa. He's going for goal! He has produced there the crispest of hits.
Well, he does strike a very pure ball, doesn't he? It's great technique. How many interceptions have we seen now? Someone's got to up the quality and set an example.
Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
He's on it, can he get away? Hakimi. Lovely pass, but can he get there? And it's Dembele. He's having a shot!
Good save. Keeper read that well. Look, you've got to have the perfect feel in your boots to pull those off.
Gravenberg. Nicely weighted ball. Pacho. Vitinha. Oh, that pass isn't the best. And it's Soboslai.
Ci sarà un minuto di recupero.
He won't be happy with that one. That is ended up in no man's land. Chiesa. Tries to play it through. João Neves. There's the whistle for half-time. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff.
It's a dressing room that needs rousing at half-time because, in truth, they've not really been at it so far. If the pep talk works, we may see a very different side second half. We need to.
Facciamo gli auguri a tutti i tifosi che oggi festeggiano l'anniversario di matrimonio e che riceveranno un gentile omaggio.
Whistle goes, and we start the second half.
Paris Saint-Germain can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
Vitinha. Oh, played through for the wide man.
That was lovely, that.
Oh, can he get onto this? And it's Neves. And here's Vitinha.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
João Neves. Shot could be on. Vitinha was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. McAllister. Now it's McAllister. Can he get it through? And the through ball. He's going to have to tune his rangefinder before the next one. That has been cut short. Couldn't squeeze it through. Paris Saint-Germain still this single goal behind. And here's Isak. And that's a good ball. Paris Saint-Germain can breathe again, just.
Oh, that's brilliantly defended, though. It looked destined for a goal.
And he cuts out the supply. And the counter is on. Aimed beyond the defence. And he's in on goal. Oh, that's bad. And the shot! Sticks it away! They have grabbed themselves an equaliser.
And that comes as a very welcome relief. Now let's see who's got what it takes to seize the initiative from here. Vitinha really played that return ball to perfection there, Peter. He knew the exchange was on and he put it on a plate for his teammate. That was just gorgeous.
Sostituzione per il Paris Saint-Germain. Numero 7.
Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches.
Cambio di giocatore.
Paris Saint-Germain grab the equaliser and we're all square.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
It's played through for him. Vitinha knocks it into space. That's an untidy challenge. Free kick given. And he's going to have his name taken.
sostituzione per il Paris Saint-Germain. Numero 14. Viene sostituito con il numero 19.
Somewhat off target. Paris Saint-Germain perhaps contemplating their next change here. Paris Saint-Germain are making a change. After this, just one opportunity to do so. Dembele being hounded, manhandled at times.
Yeah, and what they've got to realise, Peter, is that they won't get away with excessive force for long, so they're running a fine line now.
Takes a shot! Goal! Paris Saint-Germain! And the game is well and truly turned on its head. Perfect placement, the one place the keeper couldn't reach.
That's just a fabulous, fabulous finish. Anything that close to the frame of the goal, 99 times out of 100, the keeper's not getting there.
And it didn't take him long. Just sitting on the bench and waiting moments ago, already he has scored.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here? And the shoots! Cleared without hesitation.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Vitinha tries to pass it through. Cross goes in there. Chance for a shot! He should have put that one away.
Well, he's clearly feeling that he could pretty much have the job done. He may well get another chance, you know.
Tacho kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. And it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
He made it look a bit predictable.
Well timed, excellent interception. Oh, it's Dembele. Just eases him off the ball. Well read, nice interception. Looking for the run. That looks a cracking ball. He's shifting through the gears here. Not the most accurate pass. Paris Saint-Germain close now to seeing this one through to the end. Oh, that's really good play on the right. He's driving forward. And he's on his way. Goes for a shot! It's there! 2 up now, and they are cruising. Complete awareness. He understood what was needed, and he executed it smoothly.
Well, my sympathies go to the keeper, who was left horribly exposed. You don't expect players to switch off in front of goal like that.
Paris Saint-Germain could not have picked a better time to snatch a 2-goal lead. Is there still time for a response?
Well, that's a really bitter blow. I think it's going to be very hard for them to find the character to respond from that.
Big chance! And for a moment, time stood still.
I'm really impressed with the tenacity he's shown to intercept that. That's how they're going to make things happen.
Poorly directed kick from the keeper, he's given it away. And he's managed to get rid. And that is as far as it goes. Paris Saint-Germain have done it with iron, with pragmatism, the sort you expect from a team like this. Admirable, enjoyable, and look how they reacted to that initial setback. Dembele taking in the accolades, having been named man of the match, and deservedly so. Thoughts on what we've just seen?
What a game, what a show of character. It wasn't looking good at one stage, it was quite...
Hello and welcome one and all, the atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening, the skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm your commentator, Peter Drury, and providing his unique brand of expert analysis, here's Jim Beglin.
Cheers, Peter. It's a privilege to be here. It really is.
Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. If you're just joining us, we are already underway. Who do you, Jim, see making the difference here?
Yeah, Thibaut Courtois. He's a huge presence between the sticks, and that's not just because he's 6'6", Peter. He's got great reflexes, wonderful positioning, and he's a strong defensive leader. I think opposition defences will also need to watch out for his long throws. They're quick, they're accurate, and a source of many a good counter-attack.
Yes, they'll certainly be leaning heavily on him. And the pass is intercepted, and he's worked it through, and he's in on goal! They're urging him to shoot, and he shoots! Now, who's going to be first to this? He's gone for goal! That is a super hit, but it was always just off target.
I think it was one of those, Peter, where he's caught it too well. He's not even looking at the keeper, so he knew where everything was.
Passing is crisp and sharp. Camavinga is onto this. Oh, right place, right time. Plenty of appeals, but the referee is not interested. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
And that pass just didn't quite work. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
Oh, he's going to be pulled back for that one. Just a whisker away. Now it's Mbappe. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Now it's Kolo Muani. Big chance! One-on-one! And a shot! Plenty of endeavour from either side, but not much of it in the vicinity of either goal.
Well, it's certainly not a drab affair, Peter. It's had its moments.
Not getting too much time on the ball here. That is good pressing. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Traoré. And this is Rabiot. Bellingham. That's a good run down the left. Tries to pass it through. Vinicius Junior gets into a good position.
Such good technique.
He's picked his way through. And a chance! And that would have been some goal.
Vinicius Junior powers forward with a very strong run, if not a strong finish. Two couldn't stop him. We're seeing some really good pressure being applied here, Peter, particularly from those guys up front.
And it just, I suppose, Jim, denies the others time and space.
Well, I would call it blanket suffocation. Every single player is committed to the press, and there's simply no way out.
That pass has been well intercepted. Now he's off and running. Now it's Rodrigo. Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. And he was quick to react. And it's Rabiot. No, he wasn't going to let him past. And here's Colomwani. Oh, easy pickings there. Thuram. Oh, chance for a shot! Goal, France! There is the breakthrough. Wonderfully smooth, smart and slick.
What about the pass, Peter? It was played so intelligently and he picked out the perfect target.
So the first goal of the game.
Well, I think the next 5 to 10 minutes will call for real focus as the opposition will inevitably react.
Bellingham.
OK, being behind at the break isn't ideal, but there's plenty of time to reply.
Rabiot proves just a little bit too strong. Alexander-Arnold. Camavinga. And it's Camavinga. Bellingham. Looking for the run. And he's picked out the run. Vinicius Junior. Real chance! And he hits the net. A game of thrills, all square in the blinking of an eye.
Yeah, they say that fortune favours the brave, and we've just seen an example. This team has real personality and character.
Ci sarà un minuto di recupero.
And that really is so impressive.
I'm not making any apologies, but I was willing him to supply the finish, and he came up trumps.
And the whistle goes for half-time. So it's all square. Neither side has been able to make a telling difference, but it hasn't been for the lack of trying. So there was the first half.
Oh, what a half of football. It's 1-1, but it could easily be 3-3 or more. Breakneck speed brilliance.
Well, it's been intriguing stuff so far, and it's 1-1 at the break. Both teams hoping for a pick-me-up in the second half. And we're already back up and running after half-time. Rodrigo. Mbappe takes a shot! And he's heaved it away. He's had it taken off him. And here's Rodrigo. Oh, just skips past his man. And the finish! Marvellous goal!
Well, whenever he reminds us of his wondrous skill set, it's usually something very memorable or even unforgettable. We'll certainly remember that one.
Oh, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one, oh, what has happened here? And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Valverde, excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Oh, Red, nice interception. And it's Rabiot, now it's Thuram. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Spread neatly, he has found the way through. Now it's Bellingham. Oh, his chance! And it's come back out to him. No mistake! And look what it means to them. This is a position of genuine strength now. And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Look, that's one of the first things you learn, whether you're a striker or not. Just anticipate a goalkeeping parry or spillage, and sometimes you'll get lucky, it'll come your way.
Madrid take a 2-goal lead and are looking good for the win.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up, something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do by the looks of it.
Camavinga, looking to play him in. Brilliantly cut out. And he's there to retrieve it. Mbappe is being harried and hassled.
Well, they seem intent on marking him out of the game. They're certainly trying to wind him up in the process, Peter.
Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Mbappe, well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. Nothing wrong with that tackle, ball won cleanly. And it's Rabiot. Mbappe! Now can he find... Tries a shot! Oh, no shortage of confidence there.
Well, that was certainly impressive, Peter. Great run, just a shame the finish let him down.
Stood up well to him there. Camavinga, shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Engages and forces him off the ball. That's interception. His positioning was spot on. Now it's Mbappe. Threads one in. Mbappe receives it in a good position here. Great chance! Yes! And the lead is extended still further. How very smart. He just got it right.
Well, I'm giving him full marks for the way he exploited the space, Peter, but you really shouldn't be left unmarked in the middle like that. I don't think he could believe his luck.
Madrid blast themselves into a 3-goal lead. That has been cut short.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
And here's Thuram. Bellingham. Valverde. Now it's Valverde. Now it's Camavinga. And that is a little undercooked. Valverde gets a good foot in there. Short changes him with that pass. And it's Bellingham. That's a nicely shaped ball. And he's managed to get free. That's a corner kick.
Sostituzione di giocatori. Numero
Madrid
5.
with their first corner, the first in the game for either side actually.
Numero 11.
Shapes to shoot! It's loose and there's a race for the ball. Dembele.
Il numero 21.
And now they can spring out of defence. It's gone in! He's put through his own net!
Well, that's really unfortunate. He'll be kicking himself at the moment, and believe me, I know how that feels.
Well, who saw that coming? It has certainly made things interesting.
Look, often chances are hard to come by in these games, so just one mistake could be all it takes to make a difference.
He is through here! And that is expertly dealt with. Zaire Emery. Now it's Kolo Muani. And the counter is on. Shot could be on. Oh, that's fabulous. Oh, shooting chance! Oh, that is rather wayward. And that will be it. Madrid have done it with iron, with pragmatism, the sort you expect from a team like this. Admirable, enjoyable, and look how they reacted to that initial setback. Well, from behind, Jim, that is some win, isn't it?
They've taken advantage of some complacency, Peter, but if you're offered a chance to do that, then you've got to be ready to pounce.
And all that remains for me is to thank Jim Beglin. That's it from us tonight. A very good evening to one and all. So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm Peter Drury, and joining me here, our expert Jim Beglin.
Glad to be here, Peter, and I'm ready to rumble.
Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. If you're just joining us, we are already on the way. And they can counter here. He's on it, can he get away? Mbappe! Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Valverde. Strokes it back.
He had nobody.
Big chance! Oh, denied! Brilliantly!
Vinicius Junior really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Now it's Mbappe.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Colomwani! Colomwani! And one more try! That's a half-decent try.
Well, he's furious with himself, but at least the boss is applauding his effort then.
Pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Oh, he's burst through! Alaba did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Knocks it out wide. And it's skewed away. France have got it back and they'll have another go. Bellingham is onto this. They're urging... And the finish! And the pass is intercepted. Now, can they get him away? Oh, this looks sharp. Mbappe is onto it in a flash. And it's Bellingham. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Aims beyond the defence. Mbappe! It's in! Oh, I think it's been called offside. Yes, it has.
His delight very short-lived. The referee's assistant did have his flag up. It might have been close, but it was correct.
A moment's uncertainty there, but it is the right call. Plenty of endeavour from either side, but not much of it in the vicinity of either goal.
Well, it's certainly not a drab affair, Peter. It's had its moments.
Good defending there, they've slammed the door in the faces of the opposition. Looking to play him in, and a chance! Goal, France! There is the breakthrough! One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
France are in front now, the game's only goal.
Well, I guess this ought to make things interesting, Peter. No doubt the opposition will now be forced to play a more open and riskier game.
Bellingham!
He has saved the goalkeeper's blushes there. What great defending.
That's a shade optimistic. That's an excellent interception. No messing about, just bludgeoned away. He's in a great position here, and he's managed to get free. Well read, and the danger is averted. Kolumwani receives it in a good position here. Chance, surely! And yes, it's there! Again, in a trice, and they are soaring! His position was perfect, the invitation was there for him, and his response absolutely clinical.
Well, the defence were being far too casual there, Peter. Far too slow to switch on to the danger. That's the kind of thing that makes managers go crazy.
France are doing very nicely, thank you.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
Camavinga, now it's Thuram. Passing nice and neat. Camavinga, picked out brilliantly. There's the shot! Oh, the ball's come loose here. Couldn't squeeze it through. Just eases him off the ball. Time perhaps for one last twist before half-time. Olise. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Camavinga. Now it's Vinicius Junior. Saliba did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Now it's Mbappe. It's played through for him. Mbappe gets through on his own. Shot at goal! Just cruising! They are cruising! A quite incredible spell. They are flying. And that will surely go down as one of the easiest goals he could ever score.
It's shocking, the ease with which he was able to get into the space. The player of his quality was highly unlikely to miss that.
France find a position of real strength now. Well, he's seen that early, used a certain sixth sense. Bellingham. And we hit half-time. Well, that was as one-sided as it gets. Only one side have shown up here, and they're just tearing it up at will. Here we go again.
Well, things just haven't quite clicked, Peter, have they? They're behind, and they deserve to be. But they've had a chance to regroup now, so we'll see how they come out at the start of the second half.
Olise. It's a pretty loose pass. And it's Bellingham. Looking for options for movement. Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. He's a sharp little ball here. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Now it's Vinicius Junior. Bellingham. Pass is just off target. Thuram chasing after it. Carvajal. Madrid looking to pass their way through. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
That's simply brilliant defending. They were outnumbered, but he still came out on top.
He's shifting through. He's had a shot!
I think that's great defending. He just made sure he was in the right place to block it. And I bet you the keeper's very relieved. Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
And they're quick to press. Oh, no question, that's a foul. That's a sharp pass. Can he get it through? Oh, well played. That has snuffed out the danger. That pass has been well intercepted. Oh, shooting chance! Really well taken goal. And they are right back within touch.
Well, a 1-2 is easier to pull off than most dribbles, and I think we've just seen the proof.
So, just a consolation, or is there a way back from here? Eder Militao promptly onto that, and that is that. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Camavinga is in a really good position out wide. And he shoots! It's in! And the lead is extended still further. Right place, right time, and a fine instinctive finish.
Such good movement. Some players have that natural ability to be in the right place at the right time. We've just seen the perfect example.
France grab a 3-goal lead. It's just too easy. And it's Carvajal. Lovely pass, but can he get there? And he lines up a cross. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. No, that's been intercepted. Well, that is one way to stop him. Referee has just said play on. Oh, he'd have done well to reach that.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
It's come to nothing. Valverde. Now it's Vinicius Junior. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And reclaimed it in a trice. Olise. Now it's Kolo Muani. Valverde. Camavinga. And it's Bellingham. Camavinga. Mbappe. Can he finish? It's in! How's that for a class finish?
That's just clever. He made the keeper think he was going one way, only to outfox him by going the other. Very nice.
Madrid give themselves a fighting chance, back in with a shout. And it's Valverde. Oh no, no circumventing this opponent. Looking for the run.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
Well, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Camavinga. And the counter is on. Tries to pass it through. He's having a shot! And he's there to belt it away. Oh no, that could be a costly miss.
Well, it wasn't to be this time, but that should add to his level of confidence, something they can really do with at the moment.
Attenzione, un cambio.
Madrid with the corner, they're first. Vinicius Junior!
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Bellingham. And he cuts out the supply. And here's Mbappe. And the shot! Madrid have their second corner now. And it's hoisted clear. France are looking to go forward now. Now it's Mbappe. Nicely weighted ball. Oh, super ball! Oh, what's he giving here? Madrid present their opponents with the best possible chance here to further improve their position of comfort. Oh, brilliant stop from Courtois! He has missed it.
A cool head was needed there, and we got anything but.
Sostituzione di giocatori. Numero 6, numero 22, numero 4, numero 7. Lasciano il campo per il numero 12, il numero 24, il numero 18, il numero 11.
That's a lovely, delicate pass. Oh, that's a fine interception. That's a good ball. Mbappe. Bellingham. Rodrigo. Now it's Mbappe. Madrid finding their passes, and the through ball. Mignon gets his hands on it, and the danger is averted. Bellingham. Valverde. Just seeing the board now, it's going to be 5 extra minutes. Oh no, he's got that wrong. Colomwani, Mbappe, and he's running through. Whistle's gone, and the referee has given a penalty. And that really is the last thing they wanted to do. Courtois will have to save it here, or there's real trouble. Calm as you like, and they're running away with it. Not a twitch, not a blink.
I just think the keeper committed himself too early.
Clinical. Jump. And there goes the final whistle. A tale of two teams, one irresistible, unstoppable, the other fragile and seemingly clueless.